Hello, good evening, everyone, and I hope you can hear me. So, we will start today's session, which is Saturdays for Sustainability Learning. So, we are connecting with a goal to discuss sustainability topics for holistic understanding because, as all of us aware, sustainability is a dynamic field. Everything new is coming, and for one person, it's impossible to keep up with all the updates. So, it's better to have a mastermind group. So, you can consider this session 50 minutes as a mastermind group where we will try to connect for peer-to-peer learning, mentoring, and trying to understand different concepts of sustainability and different aspects. You will get to learn maybe one new concept of explore different views for that particular thing which you already know. Networking with fellow professionals, learning or career opportunities, and of course, thought leadership because sustainability will be there in future definitely. So how do we steer in a right way? So that is something that we would like to see. And the basic idea behind this initiative is DIKW pyramid. So this is nothing but data, information, knowledge, wisdom. And what we see in today's time is we have more data, more information than we possibly can consume. But what we lack is the knowledge and wisdom, which is the applied part of it. How do we make it useful? So that is something we would like to know from experience, and this is very important. That's why all of us share their input. So discussion and question answer is the best way to learn. And I would request everyone to please participate. Whatever you learn, whatever you have, you share with others, and that's how we can learn better. All right. So just before starting, I hope all of you have registered with this link. This is just so that you will get the invite on your calendar and you will get all the details in your let's say in WhatsApp group and also it's better to have it on calendar. That's how you can get sustainability we can say for joining. So if not, you can register now, and if once you have registered, you don't need to register again. So it's just one time activity. Okay. All right. And if you want to support this initiative, you can definitely join as a YouTube member. So I'll share the link, or you can directly contribute. You can connect with me. And yeah, so if you want to discuss this, I'm always available. We can discuss it later as well. But coming back to today's topic, which I'll just quickly share today, we have 61st session, 61st session, I can say. And today's topic is energy and sustainability. So we will just quickly try to see energy and sustainability relation also, and we'll try to explore the India's status about energy. So I'll just quickly share one more. Just a minute. Yeah. So energy. When we talk about energy and sustainability, I'll just quickly introduce what is today's topic, and I'll open it for discussion. Anybody would like to add anything, please you can. Okay. But these are some of the questions that we will try to find out today. So when we talk about sustainability, or it's one thing is very important, energy, and energy is a part of our day-to-day life. So what is the relation between energy and sustainability? And when we talk about sustainable development, how energy can contribute to achieve, let's say, sustainable development. So this is something that we will explore. Second is, are renewable energy sources really sustainable? So what is really a sustainable energy source? So that is something that we will also see. Third is, if we can just close our eyes and just do this thought experiment, what would be the future of energy sources? So let's say in a year 2050. So how would be the energy scenario if we can just imagine? So that would be wonderful activity. Next is, are there any new sources of energy? We will see whether there are some new inventions, new innovations are happening, or how they can contribute to sustainability. Next is there energy supply issue? Means just the supply of energy is the only issue, or waste also. So this is something that more needs more discussion. And the sixth, this question is very dear to me, whether nuclear energy, should we call it sustainable or unsustainable? So what is the opinion of you? So these are some of the questions. Please think about it, and we will shortly open it for discussion. But before that, I thought it would be better, it would be great to understand what is India's position. So in, let's say, renewable energy, so India ranks fourth position globally in renewable energy installed capacity. And I have also prepared some data for you. I'll just quickly share this Excel. And before sharing Excel, I can share some of the basic details. Just a minute. So I hope you can see on my screen. So these are the data from the report I have shared in group, and I'll also share the report now shortly. If we talk about in last 9-10 years, so this is currently 31st March 2024. So total installed power capacity in gigawatt for India is 441.97 gigawatt, and renewable energy share in that is 190.57 gigawatt. So this is, and the increase from last, let's say, if we consider 1 decade, so almost total energy demand, total energy capacity increased 60%, while renewable increased 135%. And we can see a few more details in this Excel sheet. I'll just quickly share. Yeah, I hope you can see it. And I have taken it from the report from Ministry of India, and I'll share that report as well with you. So one question that I always had before thinking about this topic was how much the world requires energy. So that is something there is mention in this report, and I'm just quoting the same. So 1 gigawatt, if you have the question, so it's nine zeros on one, so 1 billion watt. So that's big the number is. So currently, these are data of 2024 towards left, and towards right, this is the uh, last year's or this year's data. So for world, we have data latest to 31st December 2023. So almost we can say near to 9,000 gigawatts is the total energy consumption in the world, and India's consumption is almost 442 gigawatts, which constitutes around 5% of the total energy consumption in the world. And in the world, if we consider, so renewable is around 43%, 3,864.52 gigawatts out of this total, let's say 9,000. So around 43% is renewable, and remaining 57% is non-renewable energy source. If we talk about India, we have latest data of 31st March 2024. So financial year we can say. And this is also 5% of the total energy. So I guess we had discussed, and last 10 years back also it was the same 5%. So, and out of this 442, around 190 is the from renewables and 251 from non-renewable. So this is what we have scenario just for our general understanding. So how much energy we are consuming and how it's growing. So as we can see, when around 9 or 10 years, we can say. So almost 10 years. It's 2014 to 2024. So from 276 to 442. So tremendous increase in energy requirement, and in future also looking at the uh, yes, I guess with this you are asking, right? So is it for 1 year? Yes, it's for 1 year. Yeah, so they have given the energy with the financial year. So 2023-24 or 14-15 in this way, it is mentioned in the report. So I'll quickly share the source as well, from where I have taken this data. Yeah, so I hope we are back on the website. Just a minute, sharing. Yeah, so this is the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, as you can see on the screen. And from here, there are in Knowledge Center, there are reports, and in report there is renewable energy statistics, and there are also annual reports which you can find which are interesting. But whatever I have shared with you, so this is in renewable energy statistics, And if we just click on the drop down, so this file will open renewable energy statistics 2023-24, and these are some of the paragraphs which are also important, I would say, to understand India's position. Yeah, so as you can see, so this is a report where all the details regarding, let's say, each one of the renewable energy source like wind, solar, small hydro, bioenergy, how much is their contribution, and also all statistic details are there in this report. Top five states are also mentioned. So what is the condition out there? So everything more detail than we can consume for today's session, definitely. So it's there. But yeah, and why it's important, I'll just quickly read this. Uh, okay, so before going ahead, if anybody is having anything to add, anything, any comments, so please you can. Or should we move ahead? Anything you want to add?
What is the methodology of this? Is there mentioned in the report?
No, I guess
The
I
uh,
couldn't find, but
for
there
the
might be.
collecting
I'll,
collecting the
hmm
data.
Yeah, at the start itself, they have given just a minute. Yeah. So here, before starting this, okay, scope and coverage, comprehensive statistics, insight, coverage, national state level analysis based on International Renewable Energy Agency, their statistics, and the sources National Power Portal of Central Electricity Authority, and data on energy generation is from website of CEA, Ministry of Power, install capacity. So they have given the resources from where they have taken the data.
So there's a website for this inter. Uh,
Yeah, it
yeah.
should be.
So I just shared that link.
Okay, you shared the link for this data, or
No,
this?
no, the link, the source of the International Renewable
Okay, okay,
Energy
okay,
Agency, right? So
okay,
if you
okay,
can
okay.
open this link, then you can
Just a
see
minute.
what exactly.
Let's see what's there. Just a minute.
I was just checking, is there a world graph that they have published in the website?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be interesting. Just a minute. I'm just sharing it on my screen.
They have shared the key data points also.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, great, Ashish. I'll just check it. Okay, if we can say it country-wise. This seems to be similar report what we saw. Let's see what's there.
Dhananjay, go to data section. I think it is there.
Yeah, I clicked there only. So from data, we came here.
You can go to the download.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the statistic, arena statistic. You can
Mm-hmm.
select here,
Yeah,
and I think
choose stable.
y- you can select the power capacity and generation. Yeah,
It's not clickable. I guess we need to go to here in dashboard. I'll just open it in new tab. Let's see.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then you can select the,
region, country, area. So yeah,
yeah,
let's see one data point if you want to. Country, can we select India?
yeah, you can select here the, yeah, this one.
But here only 2023 is there. Okay, continue.
That will be December
Okay.
2022, right? So
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Somehow it's not visible, but yeah, it gives us good idea from where
I
we
think in selection, can you go back?
Yeah, sure.
Mm, yeah, again go back.
This one, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Electricity capacity. No.
This one.
Yeah, I think this electric statistic by country area. The second one you can
Second
select.
one. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just forgetting which one that was. Yeah. Yeah.
Capacity, all.
Uh, Only the generation.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see. All. Continue.
This is a drop
Yeah.
down there. Just check. Yeah, show table. Yeah, fine.
Somehow it's not showing.
Not coming.
Okay, leave it. I just wanted to see, they referred which source they have referred.
But thanks a lot for this. Because of you, we could see it. Otherwise, we would have just ignored it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
So they are collaborating, so it's a good thing. World agency. So yeah.
Yeah. So before starting, I'll just quickly read this. Uh, Two things I wanted to share with you. First is if you go to sustainable development goals, so definitely goal number 7 is affordable and clean energy. So I always think that which is the reliable source of information. So this is one of the good source if you want to explore something energy and sustainability. So always good to go to goal number 7 and where we can see uh, why energy is required, why let's say sustainability and energy is linked and how it can be let's say uh, addressed. So let's say if you want to achieve sustainable development, so you can see facts, figures, goal 7 targets and some of the links if you want to explore it further. So this is a good resource we can say. And I'll come back to the report. I'll just quickly read this two paragraphs maybe. Energy is the heartbeat of our planet, intricately linked to the climate challenge we face today. The rapid growth of the global population and advances in civilization have resulted in an exponential growth in energy demand. Despite the well known environmental and health risks posed by fossil fuels, our dependencies on them persist. And this is, let's say, in report, we will see that more than currently 50% or 55% from non renewable. To address the growing energy demand and mitigate climate change risks, transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy is crucial. To accomplish this objective, India's power sector is also undergoing a transformative journey, brimming with enthusiasm for tapping into renewable energy from diverse renewable sources. And there are some more information about different projects, different policies that we have. Okay, so this is the statistics which I showed you in the Excel file, which was easier to visualize. Top 5 states in India, we can see Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. And they have given international status as well. All right. So, and in this report, you will see how, let's say, I'll share this first table. It is worth exploring. Okay. So they have given the how it is growing. Let's say if we take the year 2014-15, non-renewable, right, and renewable. So in renewable, they have given this two, and RES is solar, wind, biopower, and small hydropower. Okay, and plus Big one is big hydroelectric power plants that we have. So these two are major in renewables and thermal and nuclear in non-renewable. So as you can see, uh, form, let's say, total of 276 gigawatts in the year 2014-15 to in 9 years we can see 442 almost. So this is how the growth is there. And with CAGR of means each year we are growing around, let's say, in totality it's 5.5% we can say. Renewable energy grew by around 10%, 9.94%, while non-renewable around 3%, 3.5% in totality if you see. Thermal around 2.85 and nuclear around 3.93%. Yeah, so this is there are more data and more information in this report, but we can, if anybody would like to let's say explore in
Can
details on this.
can
Yeah,
we go to the table again?
yeah, first one,
The
right? Yeah.
growth is with respect to the previous year, right? The energy demand.
uh, no, so this growth at the top means the first one you can see it's with respect to the 2014-15.
No, not this one, the column I'm saying.
Which one?
Growth column, percentage one. This 10% is what?
Percentage of 10%.
Is it previous year compared to
Previous
previous
year.
year?
Yes, yes, I guess it should be
Or
previous
can
year.
we, if we separate 306 minus 275,
Mm-hmm.
that's how it is coming. Divide by 306.
Yeah, this should be compared to last year, I guess. And let's see. If we compare, let's say, from 275.9 to 306.33, would it be 11%? Almost, I guess,
Yeah.
right? We check it. 306 and 276, right? Just a minute. You can see the Excel also, right? Two.
Yeah, it's 11%.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yeah.
10.62, yeah.
Yes. And share of renewable, as we can see, from 29.4% to 43.12% for India. So that is how we can see it growing. Okay, so yeah, so this is basic details in this report, and there are more statistical details if you want to explore it further. Yeah, I hope I'm audible, right? Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
you can hear me? Okay. So there is one message I'm getting over here.
Is that each row that we saw in the table, is it always with 2023? Every row is compared to 13, or is it with the previous year? I think
Means
every row is,
each year growth, right? You are asking about?
yeah, is it each year growth or growth compared to 2013 for each row?
Uh, for it should be for each year, I guess. Total growth is here, okay,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, right.
at the bottom compared
No,
to
it's
the
each year only.
Yeah, each year, right?
here.
So
It's
we have
for
to see what has happened, right? It is showing that uh, initially there was a boost, but afterwards
Mhm,
it has reduced drastically, like almost half. Initial growth was 10 and 11, then it came down to 7, 5.
mhm. And
So
that's a good exercise.
why that has happened is the question.
Yeah, and even though we had FEMA, right? Faster adoption for there. Just a minute, I'll show you. We are in
So
phase
that
three, I
that
guess.
is actually
Yeah.
sorry, Valan, continue please.
No, no, please, Amos. Yeah.
You know what has happened? In each state there are different rules. So how
Mm-hmm.
much capacity
Hmm.
of solar you can put?
Right.
Okay. So if you see in Karnataka, they are allowing almost more than 90%, or you can say 95%, 100% also. Okay, but in Maharashtra, it's not possible. So there are restrictions. So earlier, whatever was the capacity, immediately people started putting the solar panels, or all the projects have come up very fast. But now, so due to this restriction by state-wise, so that if you see, the growth has reduced.
It will
Again,
be, sorry,
yeah. So that's the reason actually.
it will be interesting to see, all the columns of states as columns and see
Yeah.
how
So
their growth is. Yeah.
that's why if you see the states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they had the rules were different. So you can see Maharashtra was not so open. So you see the at the last Maharashtra.
Just a minute, and let's see. Let's see. State-wise is also given.
Yeah.
Just
Siddesh, you are right for rooftop, but this is
Mhm.
the installed capacity include all.
Yeah. Okay.
And for your knowledge, in Maharashtra also, whatever the contract demand is there, up to contract demand is allowed. And for the net metering, it's 1 megawatt earlier. Now it's make 5 megawatt for net metering.
Mhm. Thanks.
yeah, this is status for all. Just one question I had when I was reading this. Okay, this is estimated potential. All right. Okay, so just one question. This FAME was there, right? So it was to promote the, let's say, electric vehicles. So what are your views? Because I'm not aware about this. Currently, I guess we are into third phase of this. So if anybody know about it, that would be great.
I don't know, but will we call electric vehicle as renewable? Because if the energy is still coming from coal, so is there a statistics for seeing this difference? Where is the source of that energy for those batteries to charge those batteries?
Right. So Siddesh, what I'll do now, I'll stop this
Yeah.
report now, okay, because we can explore it further. But I'll share this link in the group also, so that if anybody is interested, you can explore it all more details.
You shared, I think, in the
I'll,
WhatsApp.
yeah, I have shared, and I'll just go back to all our questions and I'll open it for discussion. And yeah, so would request everyone for your expert inputs and your thoughts, please. Yes, Siddesh, please. So you were saying about whether sorry, not nuclear, where battery
Renewable,
powered,
yeah,
uh, whether it would
electric vehicles, yeah.
electric vehicles would be sustainable or not, and whether renewable energy sources, all the renewable energy sources are sustainable or not. So that is also one question I want to raise.
Yeah.
What is the opinion of all? Yeah, please.
Yeah, if the electricity grid you are using, that one is like some green energy or green tariff you are using, then it should be like a renewable energy. And if your electricity grid is like a maximum of non-renewable source, then it should be like non-renewable.
Mhm. Only the vehicular pollution locally is avoided, but where the coal is getting generated, there the pollution is still there. That's why,
Right.
yeah.
As far as Indian grid is concerned, earlier 4 years back, it's about 90% was the non-renewable. Now it's getting improved day by day, and the grid factor, what is called earlier, it's a 9.9. Now it's became 0.7.
Mhm.
Means now our grid getting green day by day as renewable energy getting added to the grid.
That is what called as grid factor.
grid factor.
Okay.
Normally, we use to convert electricity to GHG.
Mhm. Yeah, but if you are if you are generating some PV panel or PV solar, and you are compensating in your industry, and you are you are you have a tie up with the electricity board, and you are you are selling them the PV panel electricity generation, then also I think it will be considered as a renewable source in your case.
Yes, Ashish, as far as individual consumer is concerned, if he has own generation, then the purchased electricity from the grid get reduced, and the
Yeah.
factor for that industry get greener compared to
Yeah.
whatever they are utilizing.
Yeah, in different country they have option, in different country they have option for green electricity, like they are purchasing from hydro, or they are compensating with the IREC certification. But I think in India, I don't have any idea about this. Is there anything exist here in India?
In Maharashtra, MSDCL offer green power with premium 60 paisa per unit. If the
Okay.
industry want to green power, uh,
Okay.
they need to pay 60 paisa more, and MSDCL will provide green power.
Okay, the
That's
source is
great.
totally green, right?
Yes, they purchase on behalf of the customer from the
Okay.
market, and they
Yeah. O-
supply us.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That's great. Means this input will definitely help. Let's say if any organization want to, let's say in their ESG report, in BRSR also, if we see the template, I guess in principle uh, five or six, there is also mention of renewable energy and energy consumption by the organization. So there, let's say if any organization want to improve, so they can definitely go for it, right? So if they can purchase the green power, that will improve their
Yes, and
output.
there are certain industries they are obligatory uh, for green power. There are nine type of industries like steel industry,
Mm-hmm.
paper industry. They are obligatory to use green power in percentage.
Okay. And is there any means fixed percentage for them that they should use, and whether it is gradually increasing, or how is it as of now?
It's as on today. There is some percentage mentioned in
Okay.
some
Okay.
Bureau
Mm-hmm.
of Energy efficiency document, and they
Mm-hmm.
need to comply. These are the obligatory industries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think government also imposed some rules on using this green power, I think, in Maharashtra.
As on today,
Like,
this is not obligatory for general industries, but the
okay.
corporate have their own targets to become RE 100 or reduce the GHG by 50% or 100%, a short-term target and long-term target like that. Normally, they mention their target and the roadmap in BRSR report.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So just to put it in context, let's say for first question, I'll just add one comment. Okay. So let's say if we talk about the relation with energy and sustainability, so for all our activities, we require energy, and for sustainable development, what we are saying, let's say the standard definition also, the needs of the future generation or needs of the present generation. So that is something very closely related to the energy, because let's say the food production, or let's say the water that we have, or even the livable conditions that we require, let's say a house or the other basic necessities also require energy, and energy is very integral part. So in the backdrop of let's say climate change or the changing dynamic condition in the world, so how do we secure energy for to, let's say, all 8 billion people, or in the future let's say 9 or 10 billion people? So that is something is very crucial for sustainable development, and that's why the renewable or non-renewable resources of energy. So that's something very crucial. So how do we derive the most of the energy from renewable sources? So one question I would like to take further, as Siddesh was asking, so whether battery powered vehicles or e-vehicles are renewable. So whatever renewable sources that we are seeing, so whether they are truly sustainable or not, and what do you think about it?
It's I will say from this lens, like, is it how better we are getting compared to the previous energy source? So, like, if you say wind energy, right? Even like
Mm-hmm.
we are facing the issue of wind turbines, the waste that
Mm-hmm.
is created.
Right.
So if we take that into account, how worse that is, if it is still manageable, such questions can come.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So because we can't, like, at the end, the mining is taking place. Even if you take solar, or if you take uh, the wind turbines, and also energy sources, the mining is still taking place, right?
Right.
So purely sustainable basis, then it will be very hard to achieve. But just on the basis of that we are able to convert wind into electricity, that itself is an achievement for,
Right.
until we invent or discover some different energy source.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, so we need to understand one thing, that so there is a limit to the energy, right? So we all can agree that energy demand can increase. Let's say there is no limit what we all can consume, or the
Yeah.
entire world can consume. But still there is some limit with respect to, let's say, let's say even for renewable, for wind turbine, for solar as well. Let's say whether we talk about solar photovoltaic or maybe solar thermal also, there are rare earth elements involved into it, and which are finite in the earth. So that we all can agree. And with this premise, let's say, so renewable energy also has some limit. It's not like that it's unlimited and we can consume whatever amount of energy, unlimited amount of energy. So that's not going to happen, because to build such a big, let's say, facility to provide all the 100% renewable energy, which requires a lot of rare earth elements, and again the waste issue is also there. So we are only thinking about how do we extract the energy, but what about the waste of these commission projects? So these are also some of, uh, I guess, point of consideration while thinking about energy.
Dhananjay, you are right. When we talk on the energy sustainability perspective,
Mhm.
OMG, the typically Chetan Singh Solanki, the professor of IIT Mumbai, who is
Right,
on the,
right,
uh, he
Uh,
typically
IIT
mentioned
Kharagpur,
first
I
we
think.
should avoid to use the energy. Then we try to minimize the energy, and then the last is a green, the generation.
right, right.
Sir, can you repeat the name of the professor? Who is he?
Chetan
Chetan
Singh
Singh Solanki.
Solanki.
He's
They have
working
a
on.
energy Swaraj Foundation. You can Google it,
Yeah, yeah.
and they have a free uh, energy literacy training online, which get all insights of energy related sustainability aspects. Very good training, online
Okay,
training.
okay, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, he is
this
also
is this.
traveling all over the country for the awareness of energy transition.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask it here? It is not directly related to renewable energy, but it is related to energy efficiency. So, can I ask if you permit?
please, please. Yeah.
So, sir, my question is like I am working on net zero target. So, how like this energy efficiency it is related to other kind of efficiencies? For example, see, we know that energy efficiency is the first step if we want to reduce our GHG emissions. So, there are other kind of efficiencies also: operational, material, resource efficiency. So, resource and material are kind of same only, and then there is this
Right.
operational thing, lean practices. So
Mm.
all these things are interrelated. So somebody can focus, like can put some light on this concept from industry point of view.
I try to put some lights on this. You are right. When we say the energy efficiency means to have same output with less electricity or the energy.
Yes, sir. Less energy,
So
same output.
yes, less energy and same output, or
Yes.
with same amount of energy, more output. You can say
The focus is on productivity, right?
exactly yes.
Yes, sir. I got it.
And whatever the energy save, it's directly saving your GHG, and you are closer to your net zero target.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So less energy, less emissions.
exactly yes.
And sir, is there any emission factors, like how it is related to emission factor and all that stuff?
Yes, for typically, as I told, for electricity which you purchase from utility, there is an emission factor annually declared by Central Electricity Authority based on
Yes.
the uh, whatever the uh, energy sources, how much
Hmm.
the renewable energy, how much the coal. Based on that, at the end of the year, the Central Electricity Authority declare the factor
Okay.
which help us to convert our electricity to GHG.
Okay, sir. Got it. And so, what about operational adjustment and resource efficiency? How they are related to energy efficiency?
The resource is not directly as far as the energy is concerned. There are other factors to track, in my opinion.
Okay.
But definitely they are closely related, right? So operational efficiency, let's say uh, you are, let's say operational efficiency you are improving, right? So productivity is improved, or when we say efficiency is improved, maybe energy consumption is reduced, right? Or with the same energy you are getting more output. So energy is always there, right? So in operational thing, whatever is happening, the value addition is happening. So where energy, if energy is dropped, consumption is dropped, so definitely that would lead to the lesser consumption,
So,
if that is
I
happening.
think, sir, we standardize the process. That is
Right.
how we reduce or improve operations.
But
Yes.
I just had a question, related question. How do you calculate the impact of that, that doing such and such intervention in the operational efficiency, we have reduced this much of emissions? Is it possible? Is some work is done in this area? How do you isolate the factors? Because in a company you will be doing 10 things to reduce, to increase the efficiency. How can you actually calculate as to how much
Yeah,
operational efficiency has contributed?
you can categorize it by like energy efficiency, some of related with the scope one, like you are using any diesel generator or
Hmm.
like that. And for scope 2 you can categorize it as your electricity grid, and you can just compare it as per your last consumption to your live consumption, or year wise you can just compare it. And some of the initiative you are taking, how much actually you are like reducing for the energy efficiency. Like in CDP report we are reporting uh, like what are the initiative we are taking and how much we are reducing in terms of CO2 ton.
Right.
So yeah, you can refer the
So
CDP report, it is there. Yeah.
I understood that it's possible to know that overall this much efficiency has reduced. So my question is, suppose you have you conduct three interventions, okay, the three projects
Mhm.
to reduce the energy
Yeah.
or increase the efficiency. Uh, is there any calculation done to know exactly which intervention has contributed how much to that efficiency, or you just club it together and report? Okay, these all things were done, and this is the final output,
Normally,
so that we know which interventions are working better.
Mhm.
normally in industry like engineering industry or the manufacturing industry, normally they convert uh, energy consumption uh, with divided by how much the product they produced, and they set a benchmark and they try to reduce on the basis of the intensity of
Yeah,
the
it is.
manufactured unit, like that.
And
Like
one more is
kWh per car production, or kWh, or the metric ton of CO2 per engine produce, or the per component produce, like that.
Yeah, it is like product wise. Whatever product you are, it is like what you are doing.
So, do we call it eco efficiency, sir?
Yes, you can.
So for product, it is still easy to do that. I was asking from the operational efficiency point of view. As to in operational, you will maybe do maybe 4 or 5 interventions to. So is it possible? Is it done, or is it clubbed together? Okay, this all interventions were done, and
So Siddesh, that will come into project scope. Let's say
yeah.
what kind of intervention they are having. So let's say if there is a possibility of monitoring the energy consumption for that particular one, let's say operational setup or machine, then they will capture that, because anyway when we do such kind of project, so I'll specifically talk about, let's say, Six Sigma project or operational
Mm,
efficiency improvement programs. So in their project itself, so let's say if you are doing Six Sigma green belt project, okay, so in
mm,
that project itself you have to let's say mention how much improvement you are doing, and it's all measured. So you will measure what is the previous state and how much improvement you have. And this project typically have, let's say, we have to improve 50% or 100%. And that's how they have the target, and that's how they track it.
mm.
And so if it is this kind of project, then definitely they will have it monitored, and they will have the data. But at the plant level, maybe we will not get as such.
So mm. So I was just checking the I just shared one Tata Steel link. Can you open that? The last one in the
Yeah,
chat.
sure. Just
There's a
one.
summary report. It's very interesting. What work they are doing.
Okay.
generally the intensity are like we are calculating at product per million. We are calculating like how much GHG emission you are generating, and the product per million just we are
Mm,
calculating.
right.
This one, right?
Summary. There's a summary one. 1 minute.
No, I
I
couldn't see that.
I just opened it. Where is it?
Okay. So there were two links. I'm
Two
sorry.
links. Yeah. One is
I
the
got one.
Tata.
Okay, so this was the link
Yeah.
you shared. Okay. All right. So this is Tata Steel sustainability report,
So there is two reports. Yeah. One summary one. You can open.
right?
Yeah. This is very nicely put.
Mm.
It's I think they are reporting on Netherlands. I think so. Or this actually show
It's
the
green
how they
steel.
are. Yeah.
Mhm. Green steel. So
Mm.
steel
Carbon
is like,
neutral by 2045. That's the commitment.
Yeah,
See, this
every
is.
like they have some SBTI goal, and they are
Mm.
going through that
short-term term.
commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, they have mentioned 8% they are contributing to that in Netherlands steel industry. I think their own carbon footprint. Right. So above they have given these points, right? They mentioned how much corrections have happened and what
So
interventions they've done.
yeah.
Like they have the closure of one blast furnace and coking and gas plant too. So they are getting over with this blast furnace concept at all totally.
Yeah, here in like mining industry, the raw material you are purchasing is very much important. They are using like,
Mm.
yeah, it will like they are mainly focused on the product carbon footprint sections, I think so.
Yeah, maybe they will use the recycled steel or scrap. They will not
Yeah.
use this pig iron.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So all these will contribute. There will be various projects which will be taken, and definitely to achieve their net zero targets.
See, they are written Tata Steel accounts for 8% of total CO2 emissions in Netherlands,
Hmm.
almost 10%.
That's a huge number then.
Yeah, steel is a huge contributor, no?
No, in terms of Netherlands emission also, right?
I also feel that might have increased because Netherlands must have gone into other renewable energy for other industries, possible. So this number might have increased.
Mhm. But yeah, that's great. Thanks a lot
But
for
we
that.
need to see what's the steel contribution overall, world contribution of steel. If that we know, then if it's closer to 8%, then it will be the same everywhere.
Let's see. Let's try to find so. And total emission.
Total emission steel 7 to 9% global. Direct emissions from fossil fuels. It's at least I'm getting that.
Okay. Mm,
So it's almost same, I think.
where did you get it?
I got one link, just share.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether this link is reliable. I'm just posting. Yeah, this is written. I just posted that link.
Okay, okay. Just
It's mostly by burning of coal they have written. Because of that usage of blast furnace. And that's what they are trying to get away with, I think.
mm.
It's
No, this is
interesting.
interesting rate then.
Yeah.
Is it possible to make steel without fossil fuel? Steel is responsible for 7 to 9%
9.
of
Yeah.
all direct emissions from fossil fuel.
Steel and then cement is also there, I think.
Yes, these are
So
heavy.
there is furnace, they need, yeah.
Hmm. What does it do exactly? Furnace or for heating that?
See,
Right, right.
all
Yeah,
the steel,
Yeah.
foundry, cement, fertilizers, major contributors.
Hmm.
yeah, it is like in power plant also they are using
Yeah,
to
power plant. Yeah,
heating that gas,
Hmm.
steam generation.
yeah.
They are
Yeah.
using. Yeah.
All our thermal power plants.
I
Yes.
think for green steel, companies like Tata Steel and JSW Steel, they are moving to green hydrogen thing as a replacement of fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a perfect uh, thing that you mentioned that because one thing that I also wanted to discuss today is there any new source of energy completely, let's say, out of the box and which you have came across? So one of the thing that let's say hydrogen. Is there any other research or anything you have heard?
I think Elon Musk is preparing something. I didn't actually recall, but yeah, some news are coming. Like they are having some new designed engine for hydrogen engine for the motor vehicles.
Vehicles that will run on water or something like
But
that.
Yeah,
uh,
water engine.
but the
Right,
problem
right,
again is
right.
that this is like we call in systems, right? Fixes that backfire or it's a temporary solution. Like he might be doing that in that area, but other areas is doing equal damage. So, uh,
Yeah.
like for example, again we are going to see US is going to, take away the support of COP, right? I think,
Yeah.
which happened in the previous government also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trump is coming now. What happened? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he is not a supporter of all this.
yeah, he wants to go again into fossil fuels. So, and Musk has supported him. So, what is the use of doing all this if that is happening? So, it's
Yeah.
greenwashing again, I will say. Yeah.
So
Green.
in that way, I think this whole concept of climate change, like this renewable energy and everything, is a propaganda term, and it is kind of hoax. You don't know, like, for example, this EV thing, the mining of minerals, lithium batteries, and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So mining in itself is like
yeah.
uh,
Unethical kind of.
yeah. So and then this disposal of this solar panels and all that
Mm.
kind, that is an issue. And the wind blades that we use for wind energy, that are also not sustainable. So there are a number of things. So it is kind of a propaganda, like you are moving, shifting from one problem from one side to other side, kind of.
No, but
Yeah, the
apart,
like they say that we have to reduce the overconsumption. That is the main solution. But yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, at
apart
least
from
we
that,
are reducing. Yeah.
one more thing which is last maybe a couple of years, this Ukraine war, right? So
Hmm.
Right.
that has almost destroyed everybody's targets. Okay,
Mm.
so
Correct.
high level of emissions.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
And one of the biggest issue is, let's say, why this war happens everywhere, right? So it is for resources, nothing else. So you want the rare earth material from there, or you want the other, let's say, the resources from that region, and that's why most of the war happens. So it's all related to, let's say, money, energy, and these are the
So,
two factors which are causing it. And ultimately, the biggest loss is the education or the peace for these people, and also the money which would have gone to education or the constructive work, constructive activities, that is going to war. So
Yeah.
again, this is the second
So
negative we can say.
so war
Yeah,
is
all the
unsustainable.
Yeah, and
geopolitical. Yeah.
Anytime.
Sorry, geo what? Geothermal what? Pardon?
No, no, I am just
Geopolitical,
saying that
geopolitical issues.
there is also geopolitical things,
Mm.
that the border issue, the
Right.
location, all that are there. So yeah.
Right. So before I end today's session, I would like to share one thing that we will think about it. Okay, so I completed one course. It was from Common Earth. This organization is from Canada. Okay, so they had one wonderful course where we had discussions every week. Okay, so this was one of the topics from their session, thermodynamics and the energy system. So in this session, what they told, what they we cannot go through all the details, but one thing is there are different types of energy that we see, but we know that the energy gets transformed with the law of thermodynamics, right? Energy transforms from one form into another form, and energy loss is everywhere. So the concept of entropy is there. So all energy loss which gets, let's say, from higher form of energy to lower form of energy. So they have given the example high quality energy to the lower quality. So energy is always getting lost from high to low, right? Energy cannot be destroyed. So that is the law of, let's say, uh, conservation. And what they are saying is, so energy in the universe is expanding. So if we say the universe is expanding, or the Big Bang, if we go there also, so energy is being, let's say, flown from higher ground to lower ground, or we can say that higher form, dense form to the less dense form. And that's why, so they have given the world energy flow and this graphs as well. So energy conservation, when it is happening, we are having more of a low grade heat. So currently all the people, when we talk about energy and sustainability, it's always we are talking about the source of energy, from where we will get
Hmm.
the source energy requirement. Let's say, let's assume that in future we have some new technology, and from there, let's say from air itself, from nitrogen itself, we are getting the energy for whatever requirement we have. But still, it will not solve the problem of climate crisis. The reason being, it's also about the low grade heat that is being dissipated. So this is low grade heat is also one of the major problems, where the overall temperature of the earth would increase because of the more energy consumption, and that's why the only source of energy is not the issue, but where that energy is going, that is also big issue, that might come across for all of us.
So yeah, like are you saying that what it say, right, that we are released so much CO2 that it is going to stay in the environment for many years? That's what you're saying?
Yes, along with CO2 also and energy as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So heat is CO2 is of course one of the point, but second is heat as well.
What is this course you said?
It's the institute is Common Earth,
Mhm.
and just try
Is it
to.
a is the PDF available, the PPT?
Yeah, this is the website. I hope you can see the screen, right? No, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Okay, there are so many Common Earth. I'll share that website in the group. Okay.
Yeah.
I had shared one course as well. Means last time it was happening, so I shared in the group. I'll share that. Okay. But they are wonderful, wonderful courses. So this was one of the important points from that which I thought is relevant for today's discussion. Yeah, and I'll share this course details with you. So with this, I'll again come back to the.
Dhananjay sir, Dhananjay sir,
Yes, yes, Priyanka,
sir,
please.
I want to ask, with your permission, if somebody wants to give me a time of 20-25 minutes, so I am preparing one survey on net zero transformation. So I have prepared certain 20-25 questions, and I want some kind of clarity on those questions, whether on the scale that I have developed is right or wrong. So if somebody who is aware of this efficiency improvement thing and about net zero practices, if you can help me out, like it would be a great help for me.
I am still learning, so I don't know how much I will be able to help you. But yeah, if you want to just have a conversation about that, then I can try.
It is built it on idea only, so it's not. I am also a beginner, so if
Yeah,
you
no
can
worries.
tell me something that it
You
would.
20, yeah, 20-30 minutes is fine. No worries.
Okay, sir.
Siddesh, you can connect with me. I will try to add value, whatever I know.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll get your number from Dhananjay, sir.
Yes,
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 yes.
yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
And yes, yes. And Priyanka, what you can do when your, let's say, the test is ready. So maybe if you want to brief in one of the sessions, so you can get more people. So that is also we can do. We can keep it as a one topic.
What is
Yes, sir.
So
I'm thinking on that, but मतलब अभी I don't have that much clarity, so I have some own doubts.
what
So
is the
like,
impact objective of the survey you're doing? What is exactly you want? What is the hypothesis you're developing?
sir, actually, I'm looking for various resources and capabilities if a company is aspiring to become net zero. So, what kind of resources it needs, so, and what kind
Hmm.
of resource adaptation it needs. So, it is
Mhm.
basically on resources and capabilities for net zero. So, I just want to know about various kind of practices, initiatives that we took for that we take for this net zero thing.
Okay, okay. So I am not that aware of this thing, what is happening literally, but someone in the industry might be able to help with.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to brainstorm about the research, then
Yes, sir. Based on that, like if you can help me in improving my questions, then maybe the discussion will bring
yeah,
out
that I
new insights. Yeah.
yeah, sure, sure.
Yes.
yeah, so Siddesh is an impact assessment specialist. So you can definitely he can help you in that.
Yes.
Okay, great. So before ending today's topic, if anybody would like to add your comment, if we haven't heard you, please you can. Or you want to just summarize, you can. Yes, Ramakrishna sir, please, please. Hello. You're muted if you're speaking. We can't hear you.
Ramakrishna sir,
Okay,
you are
all.
still on mute. I- Are we audible?
I can't hear him. Okay, all right. So if anybody want to add, you can.
So Dhananjay, what I was thinking, someday we should have a discussion around, I was just thinking from the application point of view. Like I was doing all sorts of questions, trying to answer them. For example, maybe people already have done that in whoever has taken sustainability courses, but I'm still a student. So, for example, simple questions like, that if you burn your bulb for 30, 24 hours, how much coal is burnt, some kind of those kind of things. Daily practices, so that if we want to improve our own sustainability practices, how to measure our own carbon footprint by doing all such stuff. Actual calculation, I'm not talking about websites, that is there, but I'm learning that. I am refreshing my graduation physics courses to understand all those concepts again.
Great, great. So I would highly recommend, there are many websites as well, okay?
Yeah.
So carbon footprint calculator website. So you
Yeah,
can
I've done
try
that.
But yeah, it's if you want to develop something where people will have more visibility, and maybe you will be able to convince those people who want to see numbers. So
Yeah.
will-
So I'm just developing my own workshop course for this. So, to actually how people to spread the awareness about, how to calculate how much coal is actually getting burnt and all such concepts. Yeah.
Siddesh sir, I think there is I am also not aware, but there is some simple formula like you have to multiply your business activity with your emission factor. Like this, you have to convert. So it is something very simple.
No, I am aware of the formula. I'm saying that, just as a what you call
Learner.
study group to talk about such things.
Yes,
So in the future we can do something like that.
yes, sir.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
And if you are talking about solutions, so I have prepared one document. I will share that today with group. So sustainability, if you want to transition, so simple guideline for at personal level, and I'll share that.
So
Okay,
there is
great.
one message from Ramakrishna sir. I cannot unmute. Please help.
I am also not able to unmute him. I can just ask to unmute, but somehow there is some issue. There might be some issue with his mic, I guess. I don't know.
Possible.
Yes.
Browser issue maybe.
Okay, chalo then. So if anybody would like to add anything, you can. Last chance. Okay, great. So we will stop here then. Okay, great. Thanks
Okay.
a lot, Ashish.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
Dhananjay, for
weekend.
hosting.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Dhananjay.
Thanks. Bye.